Fine. So let us start. We were discussing about the addition of vectors. In the addition of vectors, right, we need to understand a little bit of 3D geometry, which we call as the direction cosines. So direction cosines. So direction cosines, actually this comes under the category of three-dimensional geometry. Suppose if this is x-axis and this is z-axis and this is y-axis. So now here actually, if there is a vector that was drawn in this direction, let us say this is a vector represented by r. So here actually, if you want to identify the unique direction of any random vector which was drawn from the origin pointing to any particular point, which we call as the position vector. So this is the position vector. Now, one random question is, suppose if I wanted to represent a unique direction in the case of three-dimensional plane, how many number of angles that we need to remember? So to specify any particular angle, for example, if I give the simple example, see this. So let us say this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis and this vertical is the z-axis. So we have three different axes which is at the left bottom corner where we are standing, right? So that corner is the origin and that point is 0, 0, 0. And then actually we have drawn a straight line starting from the left bottom corner of the room towards the fan. Now, if I wanted to uniquely identify the direction towards the fan, we need to have three different angles. Otherwise, actually, we cannot uniquely represent it. So this is exactly the main difference between a two-dimensional geometry and a three-dimensional geometry. In the case of two-dimensional geometry, so if you want to uniquely identify a point or actually a direction starting from the origin to the point, let us take the two-dimensional geometry here. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Let us say I wanted to point to this location. So this is the direction r vector. Now, if you specify this angle theta, then this information is sufficient enough to represent unique direction in the case of two-dimensional geometry. So that means you need only one angle. You need only one angle in the case of 2D. But in the case of 3D, we need three different angles. Are needed to specify a direction. This is the main difference. So in 2D only one, in 3D you need three different angles. So let us see how it is going to be. See this, in this particular case, this is angle theta. Now with respect to the x-axis, the angle made by this line is only theta. In that case, obviously you can conclude that, as you know, the angle between x-axis and y-axis is 90 degrees. This angle, you can always say that actually this is pi by 2 minus theta. So if you specify one angle theta, then automatically you know that with respect to the y-axis, the angle is going to be of pi by 2 minus theta. But in the case of three-dimensional geometry, the problem is, if you specify the angle alpha with respect to the x-axis, then there is no way you can find out with respect to y or with respect to z. See this. Suppose actually from the left corner, actually if I draw a straight line towards the pan, then actually the line which is making with respect to x-axis and the angle that is making with respect to y-axis and the angle with respect to the z-axis, now all the three angles are unique and these are no way interrelated to each other. So this is exactly the main difference. So this is, suppose just imagine this way. So there is a line that was drawn like this pen. Then actually this is x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis. Now this is making an angle of x. Just a minute. So this got erased. Now if I take this particular straight line and let us say this is the direction of the vector, then this is making an angle of x and this is making an angle with respect to y and this is making an angle with respect to z. but these angles are actually nowhere interrelated to each other. So here actually, if you specify angle with respect to x as alpha and the angle with respect to y as beta and the angle with respect to z as gamma, because all the three angles are different, then actually the cos of these angles, that is, if I take cos alpha, then this is nothing but a projection along the x direction. So that is the cos alpha value. So suppose if this is r, then x value is going to be of r cos alpha, obviously, right? Because this is the projection. Suppose if you take this particular line from the origin towards the fan, then actually the angle of projection onto this x-axis. So as it is making an angle of alpha with respect to x, hence actually that projection onto the x-axis will give the x value. And the same projection along the y, so this will give r cos beta, and this is the y value. And this actually, if you project onto the z, then this is going to be of r cos gamma, and which is the z value. Now, r vector is usually expressed as the position vector r is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Now, this is the position vector in the 3D plane. Now, out of this value, if you notice, r cos alpha into I plus r sin r cos beta into j plus r cos gamma into k. So this is the value of the r vector. Now if you take the modulus of this, or actually you can separate r value from this, cos alpha into I plus cos beta into j plus cos gamma into k. So this value, this is r bar. Now actually if you take this to this side, r bar by r is equal to cos alpha into I plus cos beta into j plus cos gamma into k. So this is usually represented with r cap, because that is a unit vector. R bar by modulus of r will give the unit vector. Hence actually this r cap can always be written as cos alpha is usually represented with a letter called L, and then cos beta is usually represented with a letter called M, and cos gamma is represented with N. So this is r cap is equal to Li plus Mj plus Nk, where L comma M comma N are called as direction cosines. Direction cosines. Why? Because these values of L, M, N are representation of the angles alpha, beta, gamma, and the cos of that actually is going to be projected onto the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis respectively. And L is equal to cos alpha, and M is equal to cos beta, and N is equal to cos gamma. So this is the usual relation that holds good all the three different angles.